In 2001, Vince McMahon debuted the XFL. Today, there is speculation of a possible return. Walker, are you excited or concerned about the return of the XFL?
Before I talk about if I'm happy or not, I just want to state that it's not official yet, but there is a potential announcement date of whether or not they're officially going to do it or not on January 25th, 2018.
Siri, what's the definition of a speculation? Oh, okay. Sorry. Just go ahead.
All right, but going off of that, the WWE did they didn't deny the fact that Vince McMahon has stepped slightly away from the WWE to pursue the XFL. So I think it's going to be good for people to enjoy because we all know the NFL is becoming the PFL, which is the Pussy Football League. You can't hit anybody in the league now. You can't even go at their stomach or head area. Even if you make contact with the shoulder to head, that's considered dirty.
Didn't Cam Newton just get fucked up on Sunday?
Got fucked up.
Yes, he did. But I guarantee.
And put back in the game.
Pussy Football League.
Pussy Football League, which means the Panthers will get fined for letting Cam back in the game.
No, for not following the protocol.
Letting him back in the game.
No, because they didn't take him back to the locker room.
Which is illegal because, you have to check on people now.
Well, Shawnee's actually legally right.
He almost he got fucking.
That's the best part of the thing.
He got fucked up. Okay, whatever.
Keep going.
Wow, that's one thing.
He has good hits every week.
But you get fined for them. Every good hit in the NFL, you get fined for.
No.
Yes.
I just think the bad hits are so much more scrutinized through the media that we forget about all the good hits that happen weekly. You know what I mean?
I still think they're becoming pussies. You can't hit anybody below. Obviously, you want to protect people's knees, but the range that you have to hit somebody in the NFL is so small. You can't hit probably below the waist, which that's hard. So you pretty much only have from waist up to the chest. Tell me, full speed.
It's a strike zone. They have to throw there all the
Yeah, you
time.
just gotta throw a ball there.
What?
It's easier than fucking hitting somebody.
Throwing a
ball?
Yes.
They're hitting somebody!
I can throw.
At 90 feet?
Yes.
Not 90 feet.
Yeah.
90 miles an hour.
Isn't it 60?
Yeah, 60. 90 is
But still, the throwing,
I can
baseball
right now. If
baseball's
we
a
went
hard sport.
outside and went to Bloomsburg's baseball field, I can throw 20 out of 25 in the strike zone.
I pitched for 10 years. I threw more balls than strikes in high school.
To be fair, you tore your UCL, the whole Tom and John.
So maybe there was something wrong
Not
with your
your
elbow
fault.
the entire time.
That'd be a good excuse.
And,
It's not that easy to throw a strike. You play baseball? Is it easy to throw a strike?
Okay.
People.
It's easy to throw a strike, just how fast you want to throw it. Then it gets harder.
Okay. No. That's a fair statement. Anybody can throw a 5-mile-an-hour strike. No. That is true. But we're talking about baseball. You'd be throwing a 90-mile-an-hour, 95, 105. So.
But anyway,
But I digress.
off that one, you will know what a catch is in the NFL. No one knows what a catch is in the NFL at all.
The XFL.
XFL. You will know what a catch is in the.
Are you salty about the Patriots-Steelers game?
No, I'm actually not. I'm over it.
No,
but in the Jags,
he's upset about the Steelers Bengals game where there was fines for hits.
well, yeah, bullshit. But anyway, the Jags Bills game in the wild card, Jalen Ramsey caught the game clinching interception at the end of the game, but you can clearly see the ball hit the ground, but there was no review, which you're supposed to on a turnover. So there was no review or anything to review the turnover, which they would have found out that the ball hit the ground. But most likely they would have called it interception even though the ball hit the ground. Brandon Cooks against, who was it? The Texans at the end of the game.
Oh.
They led the comeback. Brandon Cooks game-winning touchdown, but you clearly saw after review, and they even reviewed this one, it hit the ground and they still allowed the catch. And then onto the Patriots-Steelers game where Jesse James brought the ball in, turned over, and then you could say lost control of the ball, which would be a fumble because he made a football play by bringing it in and extending over the end zone. So you do not know what a catch is in the NFL. You can ask anybody. Nobody knows what a catch is in the NFL.
Did Dez catch it?
Did he? No one knows.
Every time I look at that video, I think yes, and then I look at it again, I think no. I go back and forth constantly.
Thank you, Jansen. See?
I am too. Okay, so I think this is a good thing, and I'll tell you why. Yes, the XFL flopped horribly the first time. It was rough, but the idea was cool. But what it's going to do, there is a section of football fans. We all saw the videos on Facebook of everybody's racist uncle down the South burning jerseys because they were happy about the anthem protests. What this is going to do is it's going to be able to capture that segment of fans. And it's also going to take the WWE's fan base, and which some are already NFL fans of this, but also make them fans of this because they'll like anything that Vince McMahon does, just like they did the first time when he did it in 2001. It's a good thing because the last time the XFL, like I said, it did flop horribly. The last time they brought us some new things to sports. For baseball and the NBA, they brought us nickname jerseys, which are, I think, some of the fans' favorite jerseys that they've done in the past. So that's a really cool thing. And, of course, for the NFL, the thing that everyone always talked about is they brought the sky cams to the NFL. There's little things like that made the game better. So I think that, I think it'll probably still flop again if it does happen. But there is definitely a chance that it could bring us some small things again that we can be happy about, that we can, eventually work its way over into the NFL to make it better and get back some fans that the NFL lost. The thing that I think, the two best takeaways from this, one, with Vince McMahon stepping away from WWE, for all of our wrestling fans out there, it's going to help the WWE storylines because Vince McMahon has lately been putting out some bad storylines in WWE. It's been a little rough to watch the past almost decade now. And with him stepping away and him stop pushing Roman Reigns down our fucking throat every goddamn second, we're going to be able to see much better product in WWE. Also, celebrations. The NFL has finally allowed players to start celebrating again. A little bit.
Team-oriented.
Yeah, which is awesome. But can you guys imagine? You go to a football game. I'm going to have to grab a prop over here real quick. You go to a football game and you see someone score a touchdown. And they go through every WWE move ever. You see the guy, people going there. They doing the people's elbow. Going back and forth off the ropes. But instead of just of hitting his own teammate down here, that could be an opponent that his other teammate picked up through the ground off a power bomb and dropped the elbow on him. I was going to drop the elbow, but our floor is hard. I'm not going to do that. But I think that, that's the thing. The XFL, the players, the coaches, the management, they didn't give a fuck last time. And I think we can see that again. It's some funny things. One of our favorite videos we watched. The quarterbacks who got knocked the fuck out, unconscious. Taken to the hospital. He was knocked out on the field.
A week later, played
the next game. He was interviewed, and he's like, how are you playing at or whatever? He goes, can I ask you two questions?
I'll ask that with two questions. Do I or do I not have a pulse? Yes. And is this not the XFL? Let's play some fucking football. It was great. It was great.
That never happened in the NFL, obviously. Yeah. And also, there are some XFL players who went on to have some nice NFL careers.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because, the XFL, they had a quarterback who ended up being a backup quarterback for the Steelers. They won one of the championships, actually. I forget his name, but...
I don't know.
Yeah, so, there's things that it's going to bring back to the NFL that it could help us with. However... it probably won't work out. However, this may give a chance for some other quarterbacks to showcase that they are the greatest quarterback of all time, that they get a chance to the NFL. And yes, I'm talking about Johnny Mann's GOAT, the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, I'll keep mine short, but I think it's going to be another short-lived failure. I don't think it's going to be poorly ran like it was last time. I don't know if you guys noticed, but a couple of the rules were different. The way they decided who got the ball first, it wasn't a kickoff. They put the ball...
They ran it out to the 50 or something?
They put the ball in the middle of the field, and then I think both people went to maybe the 35.
Yeah, like it was dodgeball.
And you put the two fastest kids. And the two fastest kid was like dodgeball, yeah. They'd run to the fucking ball. I think in the first 14 games, 8 of them got hurt.
Yeah.
And out for the season.
Yeah.
It was just dumb stuff.
That's good television, though. Good for ratings.
Yeah, and I think it would be funny.
Yeah.
They'll make it funny, but does it last longer than a season like it did before?
I give it 2.
You give it 2 seasons?
He's going to double his production last time.
And
then 20 years from now, he's going to try it again. And he'll get 3. Maybe 4.
Plus, yeah, so that's all I got, actually.
I'll make this pretty short and sweet. XFL is pretty much like the CFL. It's the Canadian Football League. In case you didn't know.
I knew that, actually.
XFL is going to be like the NFL in the Canadian Football League. They're going to try to be like us. They're going to try to take some of the best things that were already made. Canada, they have their own bacon. We had that shit first.
And their shit's awful.
It's horrible.
It's sliced ham.
Another thing they tried to get was Alaska. No, fuck off. That's ours. USA, I'm out.
And we don't even use Alaska.
No.
We don't even like that shit.
No.
We just keep it up there just so we can store Sarah Palin somewhere. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, she ain't bad though.
What?
Did you see the porno?
The only thing I like her in is, even though it's not her, I like her look-alike in the Eminem We Made It video. We're the ones who made you.
You know you can't drink in some parts of Alaska?
Really?
Yeah.
That's a bike. I always saw Alaska like a hit.
Wait, what's the
Exactly. That's why.
What's the reason?
Because like alcoholism is so high up there. Like some villages do not allow you to drink alcohol.
Well, what else are you gonna do for fun in Alaska?
Is that gonna?
You know what? I'm gonna stop myself from that one because I don't want to have to edit that out later. It's gonna get dark for a second there. Huh. I think before I talk.
Yeah. So XFL, it's gonna be a bust.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Vince.